Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ben here. I'm here today to bring you a quick flexibility flow. So we're going to start off from the head up. So we're starting off with neck circles here. We're just going to do 5 one way and switch directions. Make sure you're really using full range of motion as you come through on this, guys. If you feel any sort of pain, kind of back off a little bit and just lessen that range of motion just a bit. Good, just nice and controlled. 5 one way, 5 the other way. Good, and then we're going to move down into the shoulders now. So, once again, fully articulating that motion, letting that shoulder joint do all of its natural range of motion in this position. We're going to do 5 backwards, and then flip it around, do 5 going forwards. So, this is a routine that when I initially started in my flexibility training, I used to do this routine a lot. It's great for beginners and intermediates, and even some advanced flexibility practitioners could get a lot out of this routine as well. I just check over my shoulder for some reason. Then here, we're just going to lift the arms up overhead, really trying to stretch our spine. Really lifting those arms up as high as you can, trying to stretch out of the back. Once again, we're just going to do 5 of these. See if you can connect your breath to the movements that we're doing today. See here, we're going to flip it over onto all fours. And we're going to go for a cat-cow. So we're going to inhale, arch our back, and exhale, round the spine as much as you can. Inhale, look up. And exhale, round the spine. We're going to do 5 of these as well. This is a great movement to loosen up the spine. If you have any sort of upper back pain or just back pain in general, a lot of the time it can be caused by the fact that we live such a sedentary lifestyle and our spine doesn't really get to move around as much as it should. So this is really just an opportunity to move that spine through its full range of motion. And here we're going to start getting into some of the longer stretches. This first one is a puppy dog pose, as they call it in yoga. So I'm stretching my hands out in front of me, and I'm just trying to drop my chest towards the ground. I'm not going to let my back arch too much in this position. I want to keep some tightness into the core, so you should really be feeling this into your upper back and those lats. So you see here, I'm putting my fingertips on the ground just to get a little bit more depth into this position. And I'm really taking my time. I'm going to be inhaling, exhaling, seeing if I can really relax and feel my body stretching out. Kind of rock back and forwards a little bit too. We're going to be holding each stretch about a minute today, so really take your time to relax into the position and feel your body opening up. Nice work, guys. You can come out of that now. Next, I believe we're going to be threading the needle. So we're going to lift one arm up, open up the chest, and move that hand in between our arm and our legs there. So from here, this is a great back stretch. And be feeling this into your last. Just try to put that ear towards the ground and think about opening up your back, making your back as big as possible. Just breathing here a few times. We won't be in this position for that long. You can come out of that now. We're going to be switching sides. So inhale, look up, and exhale, thread the needle. Try to bring that ear to the ground. Open up that back. So I'm just pressing in my hand, my opposite hand, into the ground a little bit here to create that opposing force. Should be feeling a nice twist into the spine. Nice job, guys. You can come out of that now. Next, I believe we're going to be moving into some shoulder extension stretching. So we're going to be flipping onto our butt here. I'm going to be planting my hands behind my hips. I'm going to be bringing my hips towards my heels. So I'm lifting my butt up, bringing my butt towards my heels here, and I'm going to bend into my elbows. So really think about opening up your chest as much as you can. And you want to be feeling a pretty intense stretch into the front of that shoulder. Never push too far into any of these positions, guys. Just go to that area of discomfort where it's starting to get pretty uncomfortable, but you're not really pushing beyond that point. You know, we never want to feel any kind of significant pain during any of these stretches. Just hang out here for about a minute, guys. Inhale and exhale. As you can see here, I'm bringing my hips up to a tabletop position. This one's a little bit more advanced. If you're feeling good in that position with your hips on the ground, just stay right there. I'm bending my elbows a little bit here as well. If you're coming up all the way, make sure you're squeezing your glutes and your hamstrings at the top. Awesome work, guys. Come out of that. Shake out the shoulders a little bit. Now we're going to be coming to a 90-90 position. So one leg's at 90 degrees in front of you, other leg is behind you at 90 degrees. And when I'm in this position, I kind of like to focus on sitting up straight just to start off. So you should be feeling some pretty intense stretching into that hip in the leg that's behind you. It's called an internal rotation. So we're internally rotating that hip and opening it up here. Nice. Then we're going to lean that chest forward out over that leg that's crossed in front of you. And we're looking for a nice glute stretch on this leg here. Tight glutes can cause a lot of problems in the body, especially lower back pain. So most of the time, if you sit down a lot, your back gets tight. It's not always a lower back problem. A lot of the time it's caused by a lot of these supporting muscles in your body. We want to make sure that we're hitting all of the muscles in our body today. Nice job, guys. Do not forget to breathe here. Just keep breathing. Nice, and come on up out of that. We're switching sides now. Both legs at 90 degrees once again. Start by just sitting up straight here. Internally rotating that hip, feeling a nice stretch back there. I got some tight hips, so this is really helpful for me and can take a lot of pressure out of my hips, a lot of soreness out of them. Nice. Now we're going to lean that chest forward out over that front leg. And you notice here, I like to move around a little bit in my stretches, so you don't always want to be thinking just about stretching in one plane. You want to be moving around, finding what areas in your body feel tight, because what works for me isn't necessarily going to work for you guys. You want to find what areas of your glutes are tight and need that little bit of extra TLC today. Nice, now I'm backing up out of it. Coming out of that position now. Let's see what we're going for now. We're going to go for a hip flexor stretch. So this is awesome. This is an awesome stretch, guys, to help open up the front of your hip. As you can see here, I come down to my hands, but really what I'm doing is I'm just trying to press my hips down towards the ground, create as much opening there as possible. I actually prefer to come up a little bit on this stretch, so I'm making sure my back glute is nice and tight. I'm doing about 30 seconds here. And then I'm going to go for a little bit more intense version of this stretch. I'm going to grab my back ankle. I'm going to try to pull that ankle towards my butt. And I'm going with both hands here. You can go with one hand if you can't quite get that second hand around it. This is going to be an additional chest opener, but you should be feeling a pretty intense stretch into that quad on your back leg now. Great, let that one relax. We're going to switch sides here. That other leg comes out in front into that lunge position. Once again, move where you feel the stretch. So if you want to sink down a little bit lower, be my guest. Now I'm rotating my spine a little bit here, getting some opening there. Let my hands relax on the ground. Stretching is a great way to kind of get in touch with your body. I'm reaching back for that foot now, guys, so I'm grabbing on with both hands, opening up my chest. Like I was saying, stretching is a great way to get in touch with your body and relieve stress, because I mean, obviously in this day and age there's so many points of stress in our lives, and sometimes it's just very beneficial to take 15 or 20 minutes out of your day to kind of just unwind and relieve that tension. Stress can build up tension in our muscles, and we want to be able to release that every once in a while. Nice, I'm coming back to my knees now, and I believe I'm thinking about what I'm going to do next. I want to stretch out my abs. So I'm bringing my hips down towards the ground for this upward facing dog, and I'm just kind of bringing my shoulder blades together at the back. So you want to just create as much length into the spine as possible here. Nice strong position, pressing my hands into the ground. Taking a few deep breaths here, guys. Nice, and relax on out of that. So you guys might not like me for this one, but we are coming to a squat position now. So this one is very challenging, and it wasn't until recently, in the last I would say probably 5-6 months, that I really started focusing on this position. Squat should be a natural position for us, but for many of us it can be just so challenging to hold this. So if you need to back on out, see what I'm doing here. I'm letting my hips relax, and then I'm pushing down even further there. I like to move around a little bit in the squat, so I'm kind of releasing tension into my ankles and my feet here as well. Or you can really try to open up those hips, push those elbows into your knees, and feel that nice deep stretch all throughout your hips here. Just hanging out here for about a minute. Almost done here, guys. Nice, and let that one relax. Perfect. Now we're going to come for some hamstring stretching. So we want to be flexing those toes up towards you. Keep a nice flat back to start off with. We're just going to come forward and stretch into those hamstrings. So if this is early in the morning and your body hasn't really had a chance to open up, you can keep those knees bent, and kind of just ease your way into this stretch. Just remembering to breathe in all of these positions, guys. Loosening your body up. Feeling how your body feels, guys. Get in touch with yourselves during this stretch. Maybe even do a little soul searching. Excellent, guys. I'm just pulling myself a little bit deeper. if you can grab onto those toes or those ankles, you can pull yourself nice and deep into this position. And back up off out of that stretch. Here I'm just grabbing onto my toes, kind of releasing tension in my back, because sometimes when I'm in the forward fold I get some lower back pressure. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just pressing my feet into my hands here, rounding my back. Should feel really nice up into that mid and upper back. And if you guys are enjoying this stretch, definitely leave a comment down in the comment section, and be sure to like the video and subscribe as well. And also leave a comment about what videos you guys would like to see next. Right here I'm just zoned out to be honest. I'm pretty relaxed right now. I'm relieving some tension in my back just with some knee movements here, dropping my knees side to side. But I like to finish off my stretches with a quick little breathing session. So take about 5 deep breaths in this position, guys. Really let your body unwind. Let all that stress go. Anything that you got on your mind today, leave it on the mat or wherever you're doing this stretch, and just breathe for a few seconds here. Inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. Just let everything unwind. Excellent. Now just move your hands and feet a little bit and roll on over up to seated, guys. Awesome work. Hope you're relaxed. Peace out and enjoy the rest of your day.